We're not, and we're live. Okay, this is November 2015. I'm Keith F. Shovlin of aois21 Publishing. I'm here at Springfield Town Center in Springfield, Virginia, taking a break from holiday shopping to bring you this month's Ask aois21 on the 21st, monthly webcast, taking questions on publishing, writing, marketing, editing your book. So feel free to send your questions along. I'm here to answer anything you want to ask. Oh, already a bunch of viewers on Periscope. Welcome. We're simulcasting on Periscope and on YouTube. You can either send messages through YouTube or through the Periscope app. You can also tweet to us at aois21 with the hashtag AskAois21. You can post to us on Facebook.com/aois21, and we're also on Google Plus and LinkedIn. So just to start out, as usual, there's a lot of good news in the publishing industry from this past week. We had the National Book Awards going on, including Ta-Nehisi Coates winning Best Nonfiction Book. Now, the big news I like to spotlight this week is Alan Moore, the comic artist, had a interesting response when asked about. Actually, this video was recorded in 2002, but resurfaced this week. When asked about the state of the publishing industry, he said, "Publishing today is a complete mess. I know brilliant authors who can't get their books published." And so his solution was publish yourself. Don't rely on other people. Well, that's the problem I faced. I think they said this is what, 2011 when this was recorded. When I went to publish my first book in 2010, I found a publishing industry that was not accepting, so I started with self-publishing. And that led to the creation of my own independent publishing company, aois21. And that's what I'm here representing today. Okay, for some reason on Twitter, it chose to tell us that we're broadcasting. I think that's Italian. Oh, Portuguese. Why did it put me in Portuguese? I don't know. YouTube's being crazy like that. It is November 2015, so that means it's National Novel Writing Month. Hopefully a lot of people out there are taking advantage of the month and trying to get their words down on paper, trying to put together their first novel or maybe their second or anything on there. And of course, just because it's National Novel Writing Month doesn't mean you have to write a novel. You could be writing short stories, a novella, or anything more than that. One of our authors, aois21 creative Paul Dickinson Russell, is working on his fantasy epic. It's an epic since it's more than 120,000 words. It's called The Will of Magi. Okay, hello there. But so he decided to use this month to kind of ramp up his time in writing. He already had over 110,000 words done. He's not aiming to get 50,000 words done this month, but if that happens, that'd be great. So, seeing around. Nice to see a lot of people coming on Periscope. Kind of using the free Wi-Fi. I hear them all. Hopefully the signal is coming pretty clear on YouTube. Last month's edition didn't work out too well. It seems that YouTube changed to try to create a new system for live streaming, and we tested it out last month. Not only were we late getting started, but then when it was all done, I went to listen to it, watch it, and listen to it, and the audio cut out after 3 seconds. So we're going to try to save the video on Periscope tonight, as well as what's being currently recorded to YouTube. We went back to the old Google Hangout setup on YouTube. So hopefully that works pretty well. Now this is the week before Thanksgiving. So next week you should be getting, hopefully everyone has a chance to get together with family and friends to celebrate the holiday, give thanks. But then of course comes the official start of the Christmas shopping season. Of course, I'm standing here in a shopping mall, and there's already a lot of signs of Christmas coming up. But you have Black Friday on Friday, but please don't forget on Saturday is Small Business Saturday. This has been pushed by American Express the past few years. We are proud to be taking part in Air Day is 21. And we're recommending that you stop by small businesses, including some of the wonderful independent bookstores out there. Here in the DC area, we have Politics and Prose, Upshur Street Books, Capitol Hill Books, Riverby Books, just in DC. Then as you go into Virginia, there's Books and Other Found Things in Leesburg, where I'll be appearing in 2 weeks on Friday as part of their Leesburg First Friday. There's also one in Arlington, where we hosted the release party for our annual literary magazine, the aois21 annual, back at the beginning of October. And then there's also Hole in the Wall Books in Falls Church, which I'm a big fan of. So feel free to stop by any local bookstore. Remember, small business is the key. Every dollar spent at small business is guaranteed to stay locally. Now, at aois21, we are running our own small business Saturday deal that will run through Cyber Monday. If you use the offer code BUYSMALL15, you can get our literary magazine, the aois21 annual in print, for 15% off. You also get last year's edition, same deal. Or if you use the code SHIPSMALL15, any order over $20, the shipping is free. Now, that's only available next Saturday, the 28th, through the following Monday. See the numbers drop down on Periscope, of course. That's to be expected. The ebb and flow of people watching online. Don't have any questions coming in on Twitter so far, and YouTube doesn't seem to be. A quick search. Use the hashtag AskAS21, and hopefully I'll get any questions you might have. And nothing there. Okay. All right, and nothing on Twitter. Nothing up on the Google Hangouts. Those watching on Periscope, feel free to send in your questions. Anything you want to ask about writing, editing, publishing, marketing, even cover design, all of that stuff, I do my best to answer for you. Let's see. Twitter. Let's jump back to Facebook. All right, that might be a little bit too much for the Wi-Fi connection I'm on here. And very slowly. So now that's the holiday season. There's not. I looked at some of the places. Some of the independent bookstores are still having events, but there aren't many book fairs going on right now. And a lot of the libraries are getting filled with students studying for college students for their final exams, high school students for their midterms. So, but there are lots of holiday readings, specifically of Christmas stories and. Encourage you to take part of that. Obviously, reading is very important. We're not going to be broadcasting too long today. The mall does close at 9:30, so don't want to get coming over. Let's see. For those that are taking part in National Novel Writing Month, if you just need a little bit more, if you know what, take a break from writing and do some, or you're okay with listening while you write, we put out our monthly podcast, Publish Me podcast, came out on the 7th of November, and we had guest Eileen Vega, one of our creatives, who actually took part in NaNoWriMo 2014 and wrote her book called Dating entirely. She did 51,000 words in actually only 20 days. She started 5 days late, and she finished it up on November 25th. Now, of course, that's a nonfiction based on her, stories from her own. But still, we applaud the effort that she took and putting that all together. And she has some great advice that she gives in that podcast on keeping going, making it routine, doing the writing. Hopefully the audio is coming clearly enough. This headset should be working to cancel out some of the background noise. I was originally going to record in the food court here, but it seems the food court's under construction partially. The mall just reopened late last year and has been continuing to take shape since then. Still missing a bookstore. That's one bad thing about a mall. There's no bookstore. So let's see. All right, no questions still on YouTube. In fact, I'm not even sure if this is really broadcasting on YouTube. It's not really showing up, right? But at least I know I'm broadcasting on Periscope, and I can save that later. And yeah. So that one person watching, thank you for watching. I think I scared away some people when I started talking about holiday shopping. Let's see. Not too much coming in on Twitter. We've had a very busy month on Twitter. Not only sharing news in the publishing industry, but also we've been also sharing. Oh, hello, Boston. How are you doing tonight? I heard there might be snow up your area. I hope you're not buried under it just yet. It's a bit too early for the snow to really start getting. And down here in the DC area, it's just been cold, which is what to be expected. It's a week before things start getting bad. For those that are regular readers, if you're a member of Goodreads, right now they're still doing their best of 2015 voting. I think they're on to the final round now. Hold on, let me refresh that page. We had tried to get in with some of our books in the first round, didn't work out. All right. So that's still loading. Okay. We're still pretty, even though we don't have a Kickstarter running right now, we're still decently active on Kickstarter, looking for projects that catch our attention. Usually we're watching for new bookstores that are being proposed or for just different things. There's a lot of people trying to get books going on Kickstarter. Obviously, if we were to try to give support to each one of them, we quickly go bankrupt. So we stay focused primarily on, we look for projects that catch our attention, especially local here in the DC area, but also helping bookstores. There's a current one going in the UK called Ouvre, Oovre, if you want to look it up. They're trying to raise $45,000 to create a new online book selling service. The idea being that they connect together local bookstores. It's a little bit like what IndieBound is doing, but it's a slightly different approach. They're starting out in the UK, and hopefully as it'll grow and eventually come to the United States. And of course, we're always interested in helping anywhere there's any opportunity to reach out to readers out there. Wherever you buy books, we try to be there. So it includes supporting people that are starting new distribution points. So, okay, the mall's starting to close up here. So let me just finish up. Any other questions you might have? Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. So the broadcast on YouTube, the window isn't fully loaded up, so I'm not sure if people can actually send me questions or not. Of course, Periscope, like I said, is working fine. All right. Feel bad. There are some people sitting around me. I think I scared them away with me talking on the computer here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I can't quite get that to load completely. But yeah, so if you're on Goodreads, please vote in the best books of 2015. No AS21 books made it past the opening round, but still doesn't mean you can't take part and vote. If you do want to help support AS21 on Goodreads, you can vote. Feel free to check out some of our titles, and please if you read them, please leave a review. Reviews help, good or bad. So feel free, please check that out. All right, let me wrap up here before I get kicked out of here. This is a monthly webcast. We try to come back every month, and usually I try to start out with some piece of advice or some news in the publishing industry. And I'll just go with the news from comic artist Alan Moore. Big publishers suck. We're in indie, and we've got 11 wonderful creatives that we work our hardest for. And from what we could tell, we work a lot harder than some of the big publishers do when it comes to people that don't already come with their own fame and fans with them. So if you like this, please, and you have questions, you can email me anytime. pub@aois21.com, pub@aois21.com. We're on Twitter @aois21, facebook.com/aois21, aois21.tumblr.com, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, About Me, basically any social media network there is, we're on in some way. I'm on Hello, but I don't really use it. Or I'm on MeWe, but they haven't emailed me in a long time, so that might be dead now. But and of course, we're on Periscope. Anytime we have an event, we try to broadcast on Periscope, as well as on Instagram. Check out our podcasting series. It's the monthly Publish Me podcast. It comes out on the 7th of each month, where I interview author Paul Dickinson Russell, who is still in the writing process of his book, the fantasy epic, The Will of the Magi. The next edition, coming up on December 7th, we will be discussing character development. Then we have our poetry podcast series, Passion on the Page. It comes out every 3 weeks. The most recent edition came out probably came out 2 weeks ago now, featuring one of our poets, Sheila Bowler, reading her poem Inside My Mind. Next up, actually the Monday after Thanksgiving, we'll be featuring another one of our poets, Bianca Palmazono, with her piece Ellis Island, which is actually pretty timely considering the current discussion of a Syrian refugee crisis and overall immigration here in the United States. We're also look out for news at the beginning of the month. We're looking to be making some major announcements, including maybe 2 or maybe even 3 new podcast series. So more things to listen to, more things to help you, to give you advice, or if you read the works of some of our creatives and you want to find out more about them, some more of them are stepping up to do some audio work. So, okay, you can hear the gates closing behind me. So it's time for me to sign off. For AS21 Publishing, I am Keith F. Shovlin, Publisher and Chief Creative here at Springfield Town Center in Springfield, Virginia. Thank you for joining me, and happy Thanksgiving. Have a good night.